this may be your guy. Because all this dude does is catch touchdowns. He has 8 touchdowns to go with only 20 catches. So it's almost like every other catch he's making is a touchdown. Welcome to Pigskin Passion TV. And it's your boy, the Black Mamba. It's season 2, episode number 91. And guys, we back. We back for another week of fantasy football. And guys, it's coming down to the end. We only have 1 week left. And it's been rough on your boy, the Black Mamba, for the last 5 weeks, guys. I got off to an 8-0 start. And these last 5 games, wins just have not come easy. As a matter of fact, 2 out of the last 3 have been losses. So it's been rough. And I was on the verge of losing my bye week for my division if I had lost. Well, it was going to go down to the last week. All the hard work and goodwill was about to come down to the last week until I had a special guest to show up, guys. Chef Jerry Jeudy. He came in the restaurant, he got in that kitchen, and he went to work. When I say he went to work, he went to work.
Completion or a touchdown?
Can Cleveland answer? They try with Jeudy. They got him. He's going the other way. Touchdown as the Browns and Broncos trade blows.
That was his biggest game. And that was the most points that I've put up this year. I was down 107-96 going into the Monday night game with I don't know if you guys keep up with the percentages. I had less than a 10% chance to win, down by 11 points. And Run CMC here, he had Bo Nix. And honestly speaking, guys, I was like, I'm already chalking this up to an L. I just need to put up as many points as I can because it was going to come down to the last week. And I still could have lost next week, but I needed to outscore this guy here, Left Nut. And he had already put up a significant amount of points, and he still had Javonte Williams going too. So it was looking like it was just about to be a rough last week of the season for the Black Mamba. It was looking like I wasn't going to have a bye week and I would be playing my first playoff game in week 15. But Jerry Jeudy came in. He cooked up a hot meal for Run CMC, and he got him a nice plate and sent him out of there with a hot L. So my baller goes out to Jerry Jeudy. And guys, I've gotten 2 wins off of my waiver wire pickups. This was one, and I think earlier in the season I picked up Tank Bigsby, and he actually put up a lot of points that was the deciding factor in me winning the game. So these waiver wires do make a difference if you get the right guy and you plug him in. You gotta pick him up and you gotta plug him in. You can't pick him up and put him on the bench. So hey, with that said, let's jump into my waiver wire pickups for this week. I probably won't be doing a whole lot of pickups this week, especially since my game really doesn't matter. But I just want to kind of go over some guys to look at. At the quarterback position is Aiden O'Connell of the Los Angeles Raiders. And if you have Lamar Jackson or Jaden Daniel, this guy would probably be a good plug-in option for this week. He had a good day last week against the Kansas City Chiefs. He went 23 of 35 for 340 yards, and he had 2 tutties. And if you're in the playoffs and you don't trust your current quarterback, he could make a good playoff quarterback. He got some nice matchups in the playoffs against like the Atlanta Falcons and the Jacksonville Jaguars. So he could be a difference maker going down the stretch here. The next guy up is a running back with the San Francisco 49ers. And I gave this guy earlier this year, and I actually had him on my team. But when you're making transactions from week to week, you had to kind of make a decision. Is it worth it to keep this guy or do I get rid of him, man? I played this one all wrong because Christian McCaffrey and Jordan Mason are both on IR. They went out of the game, the same game against the Buffalo Bills, and now he's the number one guy. I'll go out here and bid on him, but I know I'm not going to get him because I only have $12 left, and I can't even put the entire $12 on him. But I'm sure the 49ers are going to probably be bringing some guys off the street. They're not deep at the running back position. So if he's available in your league, guys, and you're in the playoffs, whatever your budget is, how much ever you have left, I would put 80 to 95% on it. You're probably not going to get a better pickup than this one. The next guy is Blake Corum with the Los Angeles Rams. I think he's a good stash with high upside. Karen Williams, he's been good this year, but he's prone to injury. I think he has been banged up a little bit this year. And Blake Corum had a season high in carries last week. So if he's available, it won't hurt to pick him up. You know, this is all about just being prepared if something happens to one of these guys in the playoffs. So definitely will go out and pick him up. And at wide receiver, Adam Thielen with the Carolina Panthers, he had 10 catches for 99 yards and a touchdown on Sunday against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like this offense is starting to have a pulse. And if you're hurting at the flex position, he may be a good plug for the playoffs because they have good matchups as well. They have the Cowboys, the Cardinals, and the Bucks. And I think all of those defenses can be thrown on. Next up is Nick Westbrook-Ikhine with the Tennessee Titans. If you're looking for a high ceiling, this may be your guy because all this dude does is catch touchdowns. He has 8 touchdowns to go with only 20 catches. So it's almost like every other catch he's making is a touchdown. And he also has some great matchups. So I would be a little leery of putting him in my lineup simply because if he doesn't catch the touchdown, is he going to get the volume to make up for that? And I think so far this year, that's a definitive no. And at my dreaded position, the tight end, this guy actually was the cause of me getting a loss earlier. Actually, he was the cause of me getting my first loss, and that's Mike Gesicki with the Cincinnati Bengals. Even though T. Higgins is back, he's still been an integral part of the offense. He had 53 yards and 5 catches against my Pittsburgh Steelers last week, and he's actually a guy that I would probably put him in the starting lineup each week because I like this offense. It's a potent offense that can put points on the board. And Joe Burrow likes to spread that ball around. So who knows? Maybe he can get hot again and give you the boost that you need going into the playoffs. And as always, guys, we're going to stream defenses. This week, I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to go out and I'm picking up the Buffalo Bills because I looked at the teams that they're playing during the playoffs and I like who they're playing. I think they're playing the Jacksonville Jaguars is one and the New England Patriots. Or it may be the Jets. I think it's the Jets. But either way, it's an offense that I would go against on a weekly basis. So I'm picking up Buffalo, but for this week's purpose, New Orleans Saints is a good pickup. I really thought the Giants were going to get better with Drew Lock as the quarterback last week, but it turns out he's no better than Tommy DeVito. I mean, he was hot trash out there last week. He was sacked just as much. He was even in the Thanksgiving mood. He was out there throwing pick sixes. So I expect the Saints to be a top-tier fantasy defense again this week, and that would be my top pick as far as the defense. And I'm actually going to try to get this defense to start this week, and that's the Tennessee Titans versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. And guys, the Titans haven't been good on offense, but the defense has been the best unit on the team all season. I think they get a break this week because they've played the previous 2 weeks they played the Texans and they played the Commanders. So Jacksonville's offense is going to be nowhere near that, and I think this is a solid play. So those are my waiver wire pickups for this week. And guys, this is it. This is the last week before we get ready for the playoffs. And I hope you guys are out there still on the waiver wire, fine-tuning your team for the playoffs so we can make this playoff push. But there you have it, guys. And before I go, do me a favor. Spike that like, comment, subscribe. And it's your boy, the Black Mamba, out.